Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about ferrets and why they might not be good for some people. I love ferrets, especially this little one. This is my bad boy right here. Are you a bad boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I have 4 ferrets total, and I've had them for a while, and they're one of my favorite animals. I just love ferrets so much. But there are some people out there that are thinking about getting a ferret that don't understand there are some cons to having a ferret, and I'm going to tell you them. So, number one is that they don't like to be held. They don't like to be held. They want to be running around doing their thing, climbing and jumping and just running around and causing mayhem and mischief. Mayhem and mischief. See, you're making me lose my focus because he doesn't want to sit still. Okay, there we go. Yeah, gonna be a good boy. They do not like, so if you're looking for something snuggly that you can just hold, will just sit in your lap while you're reading a book or watching TV or something, a ferret is not for you, because like if I just lay him in my lap, he's gonna be off. He's gonna be like, all my ferrets are like that. I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and they just want to be down and active and crazy. But when they're not active and down and crazy, they want to sleep. And if you get them when they're dead asleep and very quietly pick them up and hold them, then they will stay in your lap. But as soon as they're alert and awake enough to know that they're in your lap, they're gonna be like, it's playtime, and be off. So, so they're not the best. I mean, they're snuggly, they're so snuggly, but they're not the best, like, for snuggling. Like, they want to be running around and playing. This is actually the longest I've been able to hold him before. Usually he really fights me hard on it. So the next thing would be that they like to bite. And that's just how ferrets are. That is how they play. That is how they play. And they're not being aggressive. They're not trying to be mean. That's just how they play. They like to bite and chew on things and drag things with their teeth. And so weasel bites me all the time. And, sometimes it breaks the skin, sometimes it doesn't. But they don't understand that they're hurting you. They just, ferrets have like a thicker skin and they bite each other harder when they play. And so they do the same thing with your skin, but it's very different. But I could care less about getting bit. I think it doesn't bother me at all. Sometimes they'll grab onto my toe and like pull on it. Oh, you got the hiccups. Oh my God, that's so precious. You got the hiccups, baby. So I would not recommend getting a ferret for a small child because, like I said, they are going to bite. And yes, there are like behavioral, things you can do, but it's just in their nature. It's like trying to behavioral train your dog not to bark. I mean, it's just in their nature to bark. Just let them bark, let them do what is natural to them. Why would you want to, I don't know, get rid of what's natural to them? You got the hiccups. They're so precious. So, yeah, so they're going to bite. The next thing would be that they are going to smell all the time. They are going to smell all the time. I do not have a sense of smell. Like my sense of smell is, I can probably smell 5%. Like I would say my nose is on 5% of being able to smell everything. I've never smelled a flower before. Like I have no idea what a flower smells like any type of flower. I don't know, it just smells like air. Like, And there's some foods I can smell, some foods I can't smell. And no, it's not because of COVID. It's, I've had that my whole life. So they're going to smell. And if that bothers you, if you have a very strong sense of smell, you may not want a ferret. Like, pick up a ferret at a pet store, bring your nose to it and smell it. And if you do not like that, put the ferret down and walk away, because they are not for you. You can bathe them, not often, because their skin will get really dry and itchy. I mean, I bathe mine every like 2 months. But even if they're super clean, they're still going to smell. Their bedding is always going to smell. It's not, like, to me, it's not bad. Like, I can't smell them at all, but from people that have come over, they'll say it smells kind of like musky, like a wet moss or something. So, oh my goodness, look in the inside of my ear. I'm surprised he didn't bite it, because usually he is the big time biter. My little girls are scared of him. They're so scared of you. I don't know why. Probably because you try to bite their little toesies all the time. Don't you? Yes, you do. You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. Look at that bad boy face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're so precious. But yeah, so smell. What do we go over? They don't like to be held. Or at least, not very often, And, and they poop a lot. They poop a lot. And what I mean by that is, well, I mean, in their cage, you're gonna have to clean at least twice a day in their cage, because they poop a lot. However, they're not like rabbits. They won't poop on you while you're holding them, that's a really good thing. Rabbits, oh my gosh, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, if anyone's had a rabbit, they poop everywhere. I let my daughters loose in my room, and there was poop on my bed, on my pillow, on the floor, everywhere. Ferrets won't do that. They won't poop on you. But they will poop a lot. And if you let them out to run around, which you should, if you have a pet ferret, they don't need to be in their cage all day long. That's another thing. If you want an animal that stays in his cage all the time and never comes out, a ferret is not for you, because a ferret needs a lot of running and exercise. They sleep a lot. They sleep a lot, but they also need a lot of running around and exercising. And when they're out, they will poop on your floor. And it is a mushier consistency. Come back here. However, it's still, in my opinion, better than rabbit poop. Yes, the rabbit poop is little pebbles, so it's easier to pick up. But like I said, it's everywhere. It's on you. It's everywhere. Ferrets will only poop in the corners of a room. So you don't have to worry about like stepping on it right in the middle of the floor. You don't have to worry about it getting on a shirt. They will only poop and pee in the corners. And then you can just take a little, Lysol wipe and just whoop, wipe that right up. Do you like my sound effect? Whoop. Anyway, so we got smell and the poopies and the biting, and they're gonna need a bigger enclosure. They can't be in like well, depending on how many you have, they can't be in like a, like a small little, like what you see in the pet store sometimes. Like they need a big, like I have mine in a, this giant rabbit hutch that's like 2 stories, and it's meant for like a couple rabbits, but it's like I've got 4 ferrets, so I want to make sure they have a lot of space to stretch, to get away from each other if they need to. But most of the time they're only in there when they sleep. When they're out, when I take them out, they're running around like crazy animals. They have a lot of energy, but then they burn it out very quickly, and then they'll fall asleep. So let me think. Is there anything else? Oh, well, I don't know if you would consider this a pro or a con, but if you're picking up one ferret, if you only own one ferret, if you're picking one up, or you're thinking about getting one, you really need to get two. It would be, I mean, it would be really mean and cruel if you just got the one, because ferrets like to be together. They like to be in their group, you know, and to take them away and make them live alone in a cage, they're not going to be happy. They like company. So if you're picking up one, go ahead and get everything you need for two. You know, some animals are okay with being alone. Like my ball python, for instance. He is one of the easiest animals I own. He doesn't bite. He only eats like once every 2 weeks. His mess is minimal, and he wants to be alone. It's not like I have to buy a friend for him or something, or it's not like he gets lonely. So if you're looking for an animal like that, I would recommend a ball python. But if you're in the market for a ferret, you definitely are gonna have to worry about the biting and the smelling and the pooping and the not wanting to snuggle too much, and you're gonna need two. So I think that's it, baby. I think that's it. Is that what we're talking about? Okay. This video is not meant to be like an educational type of video. Like, please do your research if you're planning on getting a ferret. But I just wanted to share my experience in owning 4 ferrets and some of the cons that come up, you know. So before he like completely jumps and runs away, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Hold still. I need to make a thumbnail. Hold still. Cooperate. Cooperation. Nice if y'all could hold still for like 1 minute. You know, I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot. Hold still. Hold still a second. Let me get... You guys, I gotta make my thumbnail.